What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back for another episode of Forza Horizon 2. Now, a couple of things have changed since the last actual Let's Play episode. You can see I have a new Ferrari F50, and the only reason why it's kind of beat up right now is, ooh, new barn find rumor, okay. But, like I said, the only reason why the car is just a tiny bit beat up right now is because some crazy drivatars have been ramming into it. But I wanted to kick this off with the Lamborghini Veneno bucket list challenge because
I've marked their position on your GPS.
what are you doing?
If you'd like to challenge them to a head-to-head.
Oh, it's telling me about drivatars. No, we'll do that later. Anyway, the reason why I wanted to kick this off with the Lamborghini Veneno bucket list challenge is because I know we've been out of the Let's Play for like a day or so because I was doing a lot of multiplayer stuff, but I wanted to really get back into the Let's Play kind of with a bang, so to speak. But we're going to be doing, after this, we're actually going to be going straight into the next part of the road trip and heading to the next championship. Now, we haven't done a championship in a little while, but that's fine because what I've actually been doing, aside from single player, has been doing a lot of multiplayer and figuring everything out and just making sure that I'm all good to go for when I start actually doing lobbies with you guys, which is actually on the way, and I'm going to explain the details of that to you guys. Now, the club has been growing at an insane rate. It's been absolutely incredible. You guys have been just joining the club like left and right. It's been absolutely awesome, and I appreciate your guys' continued support of growing that club. Now, basically how the lobbies are going to work is, whoa, a weird message just came up on my computer screen, and I really hope it didn't mess up my recording of this episode. Anyway, how the lobbies are going to work is there's going to be invitations, hopefully sent out to as many people as I can. I'm hoping that I can kind of invite either everybody or certain people. I need to see how that works, but as soon as I actually figure that out, I'm gonna start to get on that and start setting up certain lobbies and things. Now, we'll be doing a variety of cruises, car meets, drifting. There's kind of going to be a different theme every time we do a lobby, and sometimes it'll be more along the lines of just like fun stuff, like just king, like just all like king matches or something like that, or just doing jumps. And also, all of the lobbies, don't worry, all of the lobbies are going to be fully recorded and posted on my channel. Now, I don't know if they're going to be all posted in one piece, because that'll probably be a really long video if I was to do that, but they will at least be in episodes, and that's the plan for that. Now, actually, where am I going at this point? Ooh, Dunkerford D8 GTO. Let me actually figure out where I'm heading at this point, because, oh, by the way, and also more runway racing, runway shootouts, runway drags, that will also be part of the lobbies, absolutely, because I know I had a blast doing that, and a lot of you guys have requested that, so I'm pretty sure that would be a hit in a lot of these lobbies. Now, we're going to go ahead and, like I said, head to the next road trip. And from there, I'm not quite sure what type of championship I want to pick. Maybe something more along the lines of rally cars, like STIs and Evos and stuff like that. But I'm not sure. We'll see what options they give me, because I've been using this F50 a lot online. And if you haven't built an F50 yet, do it, because it's extremely effective. As far as racing goes, the grip is insane. The power is actually the perfect level for the car. I didn't really touch the power at all. I don't think I think, what did I do to it? Like, maybe a race fuel system is all it has. And I would have done a race exhaust, except for the fact that it would have pushed it over the class that I wanted to have it in. It's optimized for S1. I believe it's S1, 900, I want to say it is. So it's totally optimized for the class that it's in, and that's how you want to get a car. If you want it to be effective, pick the class you want to race it in, and then optimize it for that class. And if you do that, you'll have the best chances with that car. Now, as far as drift cars go, I haven't done as many drift cars lately because I've been focusing on some of these racing builds, and especially the runway builds. Now, the runway builds have been really, really fun because they've kind of forced me to work on my launching technique, because I'm not the biggest drag racer in the world, and a lot of people were getting me just on the launch, and basically what I did was, no, I didn't. Every time you say a specific word, and it doesn't actually have to be the command, and I'm not going to say it because it'll wow, that dude's like, I don't even want to know what kind of hacking program he's been running. Anyway, and yeah, if you even say something close to the name of the GPS lady, she will come on, no matter what. Anyway, what's it called? Oh, for the runway racing, I've been having to work on my launch technique a lot. So basically what I've been doing is just finding a straightaway, and I will, like, launch, and then just turn around, and launch again, and turn around, and launch again, and just practice and practice and practice on the launches. And I'll show you guys, if I hopefully get it right here, how that's actually been turning out. I'll just do a quick, like, first gear, a launch, and then just run it out through first gear. So what I've been doing, at least with the F50, is balancing it around 3,000 RPM, dropping the clutch, and then minimal wheel spin, and then really getting into it. And that's kind of the same thing that I've been doing with the Rough as well. The Rough is a lot faster in the straight line than this car, so we'll be doing a little bit more drag racing with that later. But let's continue the road trip. Continue road trip to St. Martin.
Hey, you're back. Looking for a new car for the next leg of the road trip?
Now, we could do, well, the main ones it's offering to us are the Super GT Championship, the Classic Racers Championship, and the Off-Road Championship. Now, we've done the Extreme Off-Road. We haven't done the regular Off-Road yet, but I think I'll save that for later because the Classic Racers looks really interesting, and so does the Super GT. So I'm thinking I might do, actually, the Super GT. Because it's been a while, actually, since I've done a kind of a supercar championship. That was like the first one I did. So let's see. We've got the SL Black. We've got the SLS, the 8C. Tons of awesome cars in here. We've got the Vanquish. We've got the V12, the Aston V12 Zagato. We've got the F12, and we've got the SLR. Now, kind of torn on what to pick here. I really, really like the V12 Zagato, but I also love the SLS. The SLS is just a pure hoonigan. But then again, the V12 Zagato, I mean, you can already tell it's going to be, I mean, if you've used it in another Forza game, you already know it's going to be super effective. But then again, it's like a purpose-built race car where, or let's say almost a purpose-built race car, whereas a lot of the rest of the cars in this championship, or at least the ones that you can pick from, are all street cars. Now, the most powerful one here is going to be the F12, no doubt about it. But the SLS is going to be a hoot to drive. The F12 is going to be the most powerful. But you know what? I'm actually going to go with the V12 Zagato. I normally don't go with an Aston, especially for racing. But the V12 Zagato, number one, it's probably my favorite looking Aston Martin in recent years, except for that one insane concept that they did that looked like a Ford GT90. But other than that, I absolutely love the V12 Zagato, and yes, it is the priciest one in the group, but you know what? I have a feeling that in the long run, it's going to be the most effective, just because of its, not only because of the way it's built, but it's also going to be more effective online, as well as in single player, and that's, you kind of have to plan out your car choices a little bit, especially if you, especially if you haven't received your, oh gosh, what was it? Forza Rewards bonus yet? Cough, cough. Get on it, turn 10. But, as far as the, like I said, as far as it goes, you want to plan out your car choices for single player and multiplayer.
Road trips aren't races. Have fun. Take in the scenery.
Road trips aren't races. Have fun and take in the scenery. But isn't half the fun going fast? Like, seriously, isn't that half the fun? Just test out the handling of this car in just a second. Oh, wow. That's extremely planted. That's, like, extremely planted. That's just about as planted as my F50, if not more so.
Turn right. In 100 yards.
Come on.
Turn left.
Yeah, the tail will come out a little bit. If you force the car into it, it will.
100 yards. Turn right.
Oh, jeez. I should have gone down another gear. I was like, wait, why am I not turning? Why am I not turning? Where is my power? I should have gone down another gear for that. Okay. I keep bouncing off the rev limiter in this car because I'm so used to revving that F50 out to like 9,000. This red line's at 7. I mean, that's what you're going to run into when you switch from a V12 to a V8, but still.
Turn left.
Excuse me. Jeez, little Audi. Oh my god. It's just like going all over the road trying to block me out. The dude himself, the dude in the game was like, oh yeah, it's a road trip, but like, it's not a race. Right, tell that to the drivatars. You need to tell that to the drivatars more than you need to tell me. This car does sound sweet, though. Pretty much all Astons do, though. Like, if you want an incredible sounding car, you can't really go wrong with an Aston. You can't really go wrong with a Maserati, either. Or a Jag. If you're looking for, like, pure sound, Maserati, Astons, Jags, that's where you're going to find a lot of your incredible... Well, if you're looking for, like, a pure V8 sound, or in Aston Martin's case, a pure V12 sound as well, you're going to find a ton of epic sounds from any of those manufacturers. Now, if you're looking for some really awesome, let's say, four-cylinder sounds, you can actually... There's a lot of awesome four-cylinder sounds that are very different from each other. I mean, you could say... I mean, think of it this way. The Toyota GT86 has a four-cylinder, but so does the Aston Martin... Not the Aston Martin, what am I talking about? The Alfa Romeo. The Alfa Romeo 4C also has a four-cylinder engine. Now, if you consider the fact, though, that how different those four cylinders are, they're going to produce incredibly different sounds. And that's what's the cool thing about four cylinders, is the fact that there's so many, like, endless configurations for them that, I mean, by the time you go through every four-cylinder sound, now some of them don't sound that great. I'll be honest, some of them don't sound that great. But by the time you go through, like, almost every last four-cylinder sound, you're gonna find something that you like. I mean, whether it's a Subaru Boxer engine, or a Honda VTEC engine, or really whatever even, or the 4AGE in the AE86. Pretty much everything that, like, every little four-cylinder that was ever made is gonna sound slightly different. And that's one of the coolest things, like I said, about the four-cylinder engine. Okay, get yourself back into a straight line.
400 yards, turn right.
When I start talking, like, in about anything that's, like, in-depth, I notice that I stop focusing on the game as much. And that kind of happens, not all the time, but... Is that a... Yeah, I think that is the Renault Clio Williams. I want to say it is. I actually don't have one of those yet, but I feel like they'd be hilarious to drive just because they're so small, so light, and have tiny tires. Excuse me! Oh, first. I was right there at the end, too. I mean, I guess you couldn't really say I was first, quote-unquote, because it was a road trip, but still.
Alright, welcome to the Super GT Championship. There's some real hot cars signed up for this one. Couple of Astons already. I'm really looking forward to this. Choose a race and we'll get started.
I'm looking forward to it as well. You know why? Because none of them are off-road. If they gave us off-road races for this championship, I might be just slightly concerned. We've got a circuit race here. We've also got a sprint race here. We got a street race here. Another street race here. Okay, let's do the circuit first because it's literally right around the corner. And I don't know why. I feel like in the beginning of this episode, I was like really like yammering on a lot, and I don't generally do it all that much. But I kind of got on one subject and just started yammering on about that one subject. Oh my god, it missed the 100,000. Dang it.
100 yards, turn right.
That would have been like 200,000 credits. That would have been legit.
You have arrived at your destination.
And honestly, when it came down to it, as far as picking a car, the only reason why I didn't pick one of the Mercs is because I'll end up buying those later for drifting. Especially, oh, now, because it's in the rain. Okay, if an SLS, or especially the SL65 Black, in this weather, would have been sideways everywhere. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. There's everything right about that, except for putting in a good time. Alright, now, as far as keeping this car in check in the rain, it's not, I'm finding it to be not that difficult as long as you're about quarter to half throttle mid-corner, you should be okay. We got 12 drivatars, nearly up to the top 3, braking, just a little bit, dab of brakes. Going up to the next corner, braking, just trying to brake a little bit later than that Vanquish. Excuse me, 8C. Yeah, you can definitely, if you try to outbrake the drivatars by just a little bit, it can actually help you out a lot, and you don't have to use them as bumpers or anything. I mean, you can if you want to, but I prefer to race as cleanly as possible, and if you can outbrake them by just a tiny little bit, you'll be much better off. Wow, that's a short circuit. We're already right back to the start-finish line. That is an extremely short circuit. That's even shorter than one of the short circuits I raced online in the F50, which, by the way, that F50 has helped me win so many online road trips. That thing is just sweet. If you want an effective car online, build an F50. Just go ahead and build an F50. Get into as many S1 championships as you possibly can, and just basically just go all out with that car, because it will help you win more races than you probably expect. And the funny thing about it is, I haven't seen really anybody else using it online, which is surprising, because usually the really good cars get found really quickly. And I end up honestly going, I've ended up going against a ton of Veyrons, really. The Veyrons seem to be really, really common online, even though they plow into corners with a ton of understeer. And, I mean, they're quick in the straights, yeah, but not really that great anywhere else. And I need a good car for S2 still. I've got my car for S1 right now, like I said, the F50, but for S2, I really need to get something together. I'm thinking, because I've got a Noble M600 that I'll probably end up building with some aero parts and just upping the performance a little bit to get it to the top of S2. But I could either do that, or I could just have wheel spin everywhere with a Koenigsegg, or I definitely want to get both the Huayra and the Zonda Cinque, though. Those are definitely on the list. Oh, that was a little too much. Braked a little late, and the line was bad. My best lap was 59.9. That's crazy. That's so close to a full minute, but I don't think I'm going to be beating that this time around. Oh, yeah, no, definitely not. Especially not after that mess up. 58, 59. Yeah, 1 minute.
Nice work. Another win, another 20 points.
Oh, yes. You know what? You know why they're... I'm noticing the F12 and the 8C right there. The thing is, the reason why there weren't any Mercedes vehicles there on the podium was because they were all sideways. They were all the way at the back of the pack, but they were probably sideways and smiling. That's the thing. And that's actually perfect, because it puts us right next to the next race. Ow! Jeez! Sometimes I feel like the drivatars aim for you. I feel like I've heard that from more than one person, too. Like, the feeling of feeling like the drivatars aim for you. I don't know if they're just programmed to do that, or if it's just something that kind of happens. Like, if they just, you know, out of the blue, just aim and go. But I don't even know. It's still weird. I feel out of place. I'm the only one that doesn't have, like, a livery on the side of their car. I'm just a solid color. Well, I guess the F12s don't have anything. This whole championship will probably end up being in the rain. I'm starting to feel that that's going to be the case. Come on. Be clean about it. The key to a lot of these races is being patient, because if you try and force yourself around the AI or the drivatars, I mean, it can work sometimes, but other times it can really put you into trees and stuff like that, and especially if you don't want to use rewind, that can cause a lot of problems for you. So as long as you're patient, especially with your braking, then that's going to help you out quite a bit. And also, use the fact that you can cut the track a lot to your advantage, because if you do that, you'll end up a lot better off, because there's so many track cutting opportunities that actually allow you to... Ooh, didn't break enough for that. But there's so many track... Like right here. You can just cut right across the grass. I mean, even the AI does it. Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes. And also, if you learn what the... kind of like the threshold is for actually making it through a checkpoint versus missing it, you can pick your lines differently based on that. Down the hill. Wow, picking up a lot of speed. Still floored. Oh boy. Yeah, I was gonna... I did not want to rewind, but I ended up having to. Stay to the inside. As long as you stay to the inside. There we go. Was kind of hooking one, actually, excuse me, 2 tires, like, on that side of the road. Not quite the gutter run trick from Initial D, but same sort of idea. I don't know if it actually worked. Honestly, I don't know if it actually worked, but it was worth a try. Drifting wall tap. It actually counted it. Oh, wow, it actually counted it. That's sweet. Alright, there's the finish. Full power. Come on. And across the line, sideways and backwards. Especially if you do that online, that's like one of the best ways online to kind of, I don't want to say like rub in your victory, but it is, I don't know, it is kind of a fun thing to do online if you're just way out in front and then there's somebody right behind you, especially. If you right at the last second spin around and cross the line backwards, it's really fun to mess with people online that way. Ranked up. Now, in the next episode, we're actually going to be finishing this championship and also getting a couple of other bucket list challenges done, and then there will also be some more online stuff coming very soon. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave me a like, tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later.